Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your timeless reading. Let's see what messages want to come through for you. I'm going to pull some oracle cards first to get the theme, and then we will dive into tarot. Also, be sure to check out the description box where I will leave some journal prompts for you based on this reading. All right, okay, sure. I was just going to ask, what is the theme or the main message of this reading? And we got two that jumped out. So we have, number 42, cornucopia. And number 26, the unbound. Ooh. Okay, I'm hearing pull two more. Ooh, I'm getting an interesting message here. Number 55, autumn. And number 11, the mystic. Okay. Yeah. So as I was looking at these two cards, I'm getting the feeling that you are completing a cycle right now in some way, whether it's a micro or a macro cycle, maybe both. But there's this feeling of wrapping something up, and almost, I wouldn't say a sense of urgency, but there is this urge within you to step into something new. It's almost like you're looking at everything that you've done and accomplished, and you're like, yeah, okay, that's great. It really is. It's great. I've accomplished a lot. I have a lot. There are it's like you have so much awareness of the resources that are available to you, and the abundance that you have created for yourself. Materially, emotionally, both, however it resonates, right? But there's this aspect of you, there's this unbound aspect of you coming through, and there's this energy of like assessing your situation. I'm getting like a 7 of Pentacles energy, which is about taking a beat to pause and assess how far you've come so that you can make adjustments before you keep moving forward. It's like it's not that what you've created up to this point isn't significant or meaningful or amazing, but this part of you is done with it. That's just what's coming through. You're like, yep, that was that. I'm ready for more. I'm ready for new. I'm ready for different, right? And then with this autumn card, which is number 55, which 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 in tarot is all about the end of a cycle. So you're in this really interesting transitional moment. And I think that is probably what came through in the last reading as well. I honestly can't remember what came through in any signs last reading because I have been so busy and scattered. I can remember, but I genuinely can't. But I have a feeling I think you've been in a transitional phase for a little while now, and the energy, you're still in it, but your energy is shifting now to like, okay, yeah, I'm officially done with this. Like, let's go. Like, what is next? Let's just do something different, right? But because this card is autumn, there's still bits and pieces of the cycle that you're leaving that are needing to be wrapped up or attended to. There's still this lingering like stuff that needs to be addressed in the old cycle. before you can fully rush into the next. And this Mystic card, well, we have snake energy here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's snake energy, which is about transformation. Yeah, this is more, I'm getting even like a deeper level of this like assessing energy. Okay, I'm hearing it's what you need to do. Assessing your situation is what you need to do. There needs to be a certain level of, I'm hearing like sharpness, clarity or sharpness in your vision. I guess objectivity, suit of swords kind of energy. Being very clear about what worked for you and what didn't in the past, so that you can use that information to inform your decisions going forward, right? Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, yeah. So let's go into tarot. I just keep getting more and more stuff, but I want to jump into tarot. As I'm looking at all of these oracle cards together, I'm just getting the distinct intuitive feeling that there's almost like an annoyance. Some part of you may be a little bit annoyed that you're not able to move forward faster. Like this thing that needs to die, some part of this old cycle, it's not wrapping up quickly enough for some part of you. But the message is that you just have to let the organic process happen in its own time, in its own way. Like it's a season, right? You're in a particular season, the autumn season. You can't rush that. It is what it is. It's going to take however long it's going to take. And trying to rush into the next thing too quickly will just not be ideal. Okay. So show me Gemini's energy. Just show me the collective of Gemini right now, please. Show me the collective of Gemini right now, please. Picking up some like fieriness. I'm seeing the color red, and I am seeing fire. Justice. Ooh, yes. Okay, well, yeah. Justice is a major, actually, turning point. And oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. So justice is in a big way about resolving karma and using objectivity with that sort of truth to create a greater state of balance, harmony, and fairness in your external reality. And yes, to some extent, there's inner work involved here, but the Justice card is really about balance in your external reality. So you're very focused right now on, I'm hearing righting a wrong, creating harmony in your life, being real with yourself. I'm hearing it's like there's no sugarcoating. Like there's no sugarcoating in your energy. You are done with any kind of sugarcoating anything to yourself or to other people, which is great. I love this. Tell me more. Tell me more. Clarify the Justice card, please. And it is, the Justice card really is kind of a moment of assessing a situation. And even though you may not be moving forward in as quick of a way as you want or as substantial, you are moving forward. But by assessing your situation, you're moving forward. Ooh, yeah, the High Priestess. I love this. Okay. So you're playing with this Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're playing with this dance between critical thinking and intuition, right? Like your mind and your heart, objectivity and feeling. You know, you're really, it's almost like you're using your intuition right now in order to fuel this whole shift for the better. Your intuition is guiding you into making more objective decisions. I love this. Whoa. Okay. Okie dokie. So, let's see. What's the primary archetypal experience that Gemini is moving through? The Fool. I love this Fool card. A little baby bird about to step off the branch. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it just validates everything that I was picking up and everything that I was saying. You're in this in-between where one cycle is wrapping up and you're starting to, little by little, more and more every day, you're stepping into the Fool energy and embodiment, which represents being in a new beginning, right? Where all possibilities exist. And maybe one of the most important lessons that the Fool card carries is that it is so important to be willing to not know what the future holds. There are phases in life where the most powerful, profound, and empowering thing that we can do is completely surrender to the fact that we have no idea what the future holds. And to embrace that with open arms and curiosity and excitement rather than with fear, you know? So maybe that is what life is really inviting you to do right now. If any part of you feels resistance to the fact that you don't know what's coming, acknowledge that and work with it. Work with it. That's alchemizing that fear into excitement. It will change your life, right? And by virtue of the fact that I was picking up on this part of you that is a little bit impatient or maybe annoyed or frustrated that things aren't shifting quicker, there's got to be, if that resonates with you, then yes, you have resistance to the fact that you don't know what the future holds. So can you just be excited about the fact that you don't know what the future holds? Why or why not, you know? So let's see. What's the primary challenge? Let's clarify the primary challenge that Gemini is facing right now. What's the primary challenge that Gemini is facing or moving through, walking through, I'm hearing? What's the primary challenge that Gemini is walking through right now? I just heard or saw bear, so bear energy is coming through. Strength. That, yeah, okay. So it is a little bit challenging for you right now to be patient with this whole process. I mean, this process of transition is just so big. It's not something that can happen overnight. In retrospect, years down the road, you're going to look back at this phase of life and see it literally as a blip. But when you're in it, it feels like, this is taking forever, right? The challenge for you right now is to love the part of you that's afraid. This ties in perfectly with what I was just saying with the Fool card. That's your challenge right now. Can you love the part of you that's scared? It's not about not being afraid. That's one of the main lessons of the Strength card. It's not about not being afraid. You're never not going to be afraid. That's one of the foundational experiences in life is fear. And fear is good, right? Fear is a necessary emotion. So it's not about eradicating your fear. It's about having a healthy, loving relationship to it and allowing the fear to speak, allowing the fear to show you what's really important to you. Because within that fear is a gold nugget of personal truth. So the challenge for you right now is to learn how to walk with your fear in a loving way. Okay, so what's the advice? Let's wrap it up with some advice for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know or do at this time? The Empress. Okie dokie. Well, yeah, like lean into that intuition. This is the Empress here is pointing back to this High Priestess card. So really don't be afraid to lean into your feelings, your inner knowing, your intuition. It is on point, okay? That feminine, divine feminine knowing. Because when you feel fear and you don't know what's coming, your intuition really, your heart, your gut, your intuition, however you want to think about it, that becomes your compass, right? When you're not sure, when the way forward is not clear, that inner knowing has to be what you use to make decisions, okay? And also with the Empress, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Empress is represented by a woman who is pregnant. And so also there's an invitation here for you to recognize that you are quote unquote pregnant right now. And eventually the time will be right to give birth to a new life for yourself, right? But just like I said, you can't rush the seasons. You can't rush giving birth. It's an organic process that's going to take as long as it's going to take. And the more you surrender, the easier and ironically the faster it will go, or the faster it will seem to go. Any other advice for Gemini? Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. So spider energy is also coming forward for you. We've got, I heard bear. We've got tiger, lion, snake, spider now. Yeah. So what do you do? What do you do when you're almost in a state of waiting, right? If you think about it in terms of the seasons, it's like you're waiting for autumn to wrap up. You're waiting for this old reality to die. You're waiting for the baby to be born, whatever, however you want to think about it. It's like you're to some extent, you're kind of in a state of just waiting and assessing as the wheel of your life turns. So what do you do in the meantime? Well, you practice loving your fear, surrender into the moment, and also, I feel through the Eight of Pentacles, focus on, I'm getting chills now. It's like energetically weaving the web of your future. That is very specifically what I'm hearing. Energetically weave the web of your future by focusing on the thoughts, feelings, habits, and behaviors, people, places, things, all of it, some of it, whatever resonates, by focusing on what you want to pull in, by starting to focus on those bits and pieces of life that you want the next phase to be about or look like. I don't know if that sentence made any sense. Right? But weave your web. Start weaving your web now, energetically, so that when the time to give birth is here, you've already laid the energetic groundwork for the physical manifestation. You know, I hope that makes sense. And we've got the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. This is, it's like, okay, here's a good way to say it. Start practicing. Literally, physically, and energetically, emotionally, start practicing now. Implementing habits and behaviors and patterns now that will create the foundation for the life that you want. Okay, because sooner than later, this old phase will officially and finally be wrapped up, and you'll be fully anchored into the new one. Prepare for it now. Okay. All right, Gemini. Be sure to check out the description box for those journal prompts. If you want to take your introspection a layer deeper, they are there for you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Leave any questions or comments down below, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.